Hi guys, it's Wendy with Ask The Landlady. I'm here with all the tips and tricks to help you make a profit in real estate rentals and also to help you stay out of trouble, right? So buy my books, Lessons from the Landlady, tell you all the mistakes that I've made and I've seen made over the years and how to not do those. And one of the things I want to talk about today could easily be in that book, is whether or not landlords can install cameras in and around their properties. So according to Rent Prep, over 62% of Americans have some sort of security camera at their residence. So it only makes sense that you as a landlord, you're like, I love my property. I want to protect my property. I might want to have some sort of security there, especially if it's being used for a short or midterm rental, right? If you're having people come in for like Airbnb and you want to make sure that, if there's damage, you want to see exactly what happened, make sure they didn't bring in too many people, all those types of things. So for the common areas and outside, cameras are usually allowed. Now it can get tricky if your cameras capture sound. So make sure you check those local ordinances for where you are about cameras. Don't just willy-nilly put them up without knowing. Go talk to somebody really in charge there and say, can I really do this? And how can I do it? And where can I do it? That way you do not get in trouble. You want to have that awareness on there. And you also want to make sure if you have a common area or an apartment complex or maybe a duplex where you put some security cameras, I would put a sign or an addendum on the lease that the tenants sign indicating awareness of those cameras in those common areas, okay? And you want to make sure that they're visible so that people see them, maybe even put up signs that there are security cameras being utilized on the premise. That way you won't have any issues there with people getting mad about that. I've once had some tenants getting mad about Ring cameras that people would put up outside their apartment doors. And so that can get a little tricky if people feel like they're being watched or observed or in that type of thing. So you want to have, if people are putting them up, you want everybody to know that they're there and that they're aware, sign off on the fact that they are aware that the cameras are there. Inside the unit is a very different matter. Tenants have a right and expectation of privacy, right? So landlords should not install cameras inside the units unless it's while the unit is empty, right? Maybe you want to put one in there for, the workers, or make sure people don't break in and squatters' rights have become a huge issue for landlords. And even if you do have workers in there, they should be aware of the cameras. Everybody needs to be aware of the cameras if they are being filmed, okay? So that being said, I'd love to hear from you. Put a comment down there. Do you have cameras in and around your properties? Would love to know about. I know a lot of landlords like the Blink cameras because they're cheap and they're usually deeply discounted, like on Black Friday and Amazon Prime days, and they're wireless. I think they have a 2-year battery life. But you do need to have Wi-Fi capability. So it's another issue with cameras is that you're going to have that extra expense out there if you're going to be installing cameras at your property. So again, hit me up down there with a comment. Would love to know if you've done cameras, and definitely hit subscribe so we can keep talking all things real estate. Have a great day.